How's it going, Laser Bruises? Up, I'll be Sixkilla and welcome back to Danganronpa THH. Now we're on a, we just woke up and we have to go to the dining hall, and I feel like something very bad has happened overnight, but we won't know for sure until we get out there, so let's go. Oh god, here we go already. Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Of course it was. I knew it. You only ever get 2 days of peace around here. Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look. Hiro's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
Oh, crap. She's trying to scissors her to death.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
What? She's still alive?
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
Hina doesn't look dead there.
You've gotta be kidding!
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina, just all of a sudden, they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze?
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? Anyway, you...
Not adorable.
You totally non-adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else...
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulge myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro. Help me. Sure thing. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Psycho! By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know? Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. This makes you sound even more hostile. You okay, Hina? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura.
But...
At first, I just tried to ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have the time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go. So I just...
What the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying those terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off the hinges, and there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura? You're hurt, what happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing, it's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what is the meaning of this? Don't tell him, otherwise, she's gonna kill Genocide Jill for that. It wasn't me, it was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault. Oh man, Genocide Jill is dead meat.
Damn.
To hurt Hina, damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her? What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? I'm okay, really, it's just a scratch. It's too late, man.
No forgiveness! I can't.
She's going demon mode. Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me.
What?
I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why? Somebody save me. Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on?
Hey.
What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you gotta stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not gonna do anything, I'm drawing a line, right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Wait, Sakura. Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were The one that won't talk to me, yeah. Cool. Fun. Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I
That's
figured.
fine.
It's fine.
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. Then do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What?
Because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. Yeah, it does. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted.
anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. I guess we gotta go. There's no point in going somewhere else right now. Where else are we gonna go? There's nobody else here to talk to. A refrigerator. Inside are packs of blood. Probably used for transfusions. Oh, the bin, maybe? Everything's back to normal. I guess we just talk to her again. Ah, that issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. Oh
Another?
crap. I did the wrong one. I'm an idiot. Skippy skips.
whew,
How do we go to the other something? Oh, there we go. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but
shall we go?
with their typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Kyoko? I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence. And in silence, I chased her. And eventually we arrived. Back here again. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he's done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego has asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently it's something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? What's up, G? Can I help you out? Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is 2 not enough?
Thank you.
No, it's okay. 2 should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What do you want to ask us?
So,
I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why?
you see,
Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work?
but
I don't want
I
that.
want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school,
Right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, it's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko,
I
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now.
If you're in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them that you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
Please let me try.
Listen.
Besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. Secret room. That's it, the secret room you told me about. But the mastermind knows that we know about it. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing the Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We also have to move Alter Ego and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
Despite that all, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. You can't talk right now. We're gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. You haven't react like a machine, like that all of a sudden. I don't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Let's head to the secret room. Surely it's got Wi-Fi. Come on. This is 2000 something, right? Definitely 2000 something. Connect to the Wi-Fi network. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Go away, Toko, you bastard.
Just a second. Hey,
That's the boys' room, isn't it?
hey. Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it, she's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. That was a good plan. Good plan. Alright, we're looking for an Ethernet cable, right? First we need to find a network cable. In the drawer, hopefully. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Yeah. Now we need to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it. Maybe you should hide it under the desk or something.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help.
So,
Please just wait a little while longer.
I'm...
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get you out of here. You and all the rest of us, as friends. Friends? Except Byakuya and Toko. Fuck them. Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone. Just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko?
What?
Yeah? So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I got no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so...
If we can find some new clues, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego...
Correct.
What we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I passed out. I completely dozed off. Who is it? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Who is it?
Makoto.
Get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard the words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko. Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting on the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we going to do?
Anyway,
First of all, we need to get in that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said,
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Then why?
It would seem...
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words,
By the way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Who the hell could actually kill her? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Exactly. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair, leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Was she made of stone? Jesus. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... The found body notification?
A body has been discovered!
Yes.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
How exciting. Thank you. God damn it, not Sakura. I was just trying to make friends with her too. And then she had to go and fucking die. Typical.
Huh?
Jeez, I'll do anything to stop being friends with me, even die.
Sakura's
Sorry, Hina.
dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I can say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. As soon as they arrived, Curator began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was
Interesting.
murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were gonna say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
Your fault!
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
Why Hiro?
What?
You're accusing us before you've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
Forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Geez, I didn't think your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I made to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
Thanks. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and
In
then...
other words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well,
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Glad you're having a good time, dishit.
This.
What the hell? He owes them one?
Forgive
I hate him, I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad that it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you're gonna be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay, so let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number one, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Why? Tell him to fuck off. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I wanted to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
It's
What?
your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
Forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid, our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say, I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let us in, just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's
Listen
killer,
to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. You have no choice but to just do it. Alright, it's investigation time. My favourite time of the day. I better check the Monokuma file before doing anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. How is anyone even tall enough to reach her head? However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. That's what that blood is.
hey,
I think the case this time might actually be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with a chair inside the rec room, which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? Nah, zero escape.
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means the killer commits his crime and then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basically, basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door and see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is the locked room already existed before the crime was committed. Or,
In other words,
basically the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Maybe gas? Gas tier? Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the
it's
list.
true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by
In
that?
other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could be possible,
it's
maybe.
true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a
In
locked
other
room.
words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Well, then you think you can cross that one off too.
indeed.
I believe so, yeah. So when it comes to locker room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Being Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can, for Sakura, if nothing else. Alright. What about this? This looks like some kind of wrapper. That's... You recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we got into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself, that's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavour. Hina? Polka dot candy wrapper. Cool. No. Shards of glass. The glass is all red and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? Oh, she got glassed. This must have originally been a bottle. Okay. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay. Weird. The blood, that must be the blood she was vomiting. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far from where she died? She was poisoned. The candy poisoned her, and then someone glassed her. when she was sitting down after she was vomiting. Because it would take, you know, multiple attempts to take her out. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all kinds of magazines here. These are the bottles. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And they've got chess pieces in them. Inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure, and what I'm wondering is, how'd they get the figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that, a Monokuma bottle if you will. Cool. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Yes. Should we check the body? Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in the chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have a problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file she also had vomited blood. And I can see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered from any other injuries. Poisoned! She's been poisoned, you dipshit. How else could you take her down? Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Yes. Oh, we got more mess over here. Chemicals. There's a kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know, but still this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab has all kinds of health stuff. She also has gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter? It means the can was dropped on it after you broke the window.
So...
Can't say for sure yet, you're probably going to want to take note of it. Feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? Not sure how I see how. You don't understand that that means that the glass was broken before the cup was left there? Alright, what else do we got to look at? The locker? The locker's open and there's nothing on the inside. There's something on the inside. A handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing there? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the dust. Maybe that's where they were hiding until we opened the door.
It's true.
Looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey.
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does the handprint mean? Maybe they hid in there to glass her from behind when she sat down after she was sick with the... She ate the thing, she got sick, vomited blood, sat down here, and then the killer popped out of the locker and glassed her. To finish her off. That's my theory, anyway.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
Forgive
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Okay. But the fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I heard with the three of them directly. Or one of them standing right here.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go and see it? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya said he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Asshole.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type to go down without a
it's
fight.
true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise,
Certainly.
right? They would have needed to, if they expected to stand any chance against her. Indeed. Are we done here then? I feel like we've looked at everything. Have we not? I mean, there's the clock. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died at 12 noon, roughly an hour ago. Is that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Probably. This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of struggle or mechanism that was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Are we done here then? I don't think there's anything else to look at. Oh, the chair that was used to block the door. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Okay.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't
listen
leave.
to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. That's true. Alright, we're going to wrap this one up here, and in the next one we're going to go find Toko and Hiro and talk to them. And maybe check out the chem lab, I'm thinking. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.